Dear students, today we are going to study factorization of cubic polynomials. We already know how to factorize quadratic polynomial. They can be factorized by the method of splitting of middle term or by using an identity. But for factorization of cubic polynomials, we have to use some specific methods. These methods are grouping method and method of finding zeros. So grouping method is applicable to some set of polynomials and where we can find groups. For example, in this polynomial we have four terms: x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. First term is x cube, second term is minus 2x square, third term is minus x, and plus 2 is the fourth term. Let us see if we can group them together. So we take the first two terms, and x cube can be written as the product of x into x into x 3 times. Similarly, 2x square can be written as 2 into x into x. Now for the last two terms we don't have any, they cannot be factorized as such, so they are written as such. Now for the first two terms we can take, as you can see, there are 2x common here. We can take x square common. Then what is left inside the bracket? It is x in the first term and minus 2 in the second term. So we have x square multiplied with x minus 2, and for these two terms we have nothing common, so we can take minus 1 is common term, so that the factor inside x minus 2 becomes same as this one, x minus 2. Why do we have to make this same? Because then we can take this common factor, and then the other factor will be x square minus 1. So we have two factors now, x minus 2 and x square minus 1. Let us see if we can factorize it further. Yes, x square minus 1 can be factorized by using the formula a square minus b square. So a square minus b square is a square minus b square, x whole square minus 1 whole square. So it can be written as a minus b and a plus b. A minus b and a plus b. So x minus 1 and x plus 1. So the final three factors we have here are x minus 2, x minus 1 and x plus 1. Now similarly, for the second problem we have 2y cube plus y square minus 2y minus 1. Let us see if we can group it together. 2y cube can be written as 2 into y into y into y plus y into y square can be written as y into y, then minus 2y minus 1. They cannot be further factorized as such. So here we can take, out of these two terms we can take y square common, and then what is left inside the bracket of the first term? It is 2y, as you can see, and here y square we have taken, so nothing is left, so we have 1 over here. So you can check by multiplying them together. Y square into 2y again gives back 2y cube, and y square plus 1 again gives back y square. So we are rearranging, we are taking common. Now here the two terms are minus 2y and minus 1, so nothing is common over here, so we can take minus 1 common to make it 2y plus 1, and as the same factor as 2y plus 1. Now we can take it outside the bracket, and what is left? Y square minus 1. So we have two factors here. Again, y square minus 1 can be factorized by using the formula a square minus b square. So a minus b and a plus b, we can write it as y minus 1 into y plus 1. So we have finally three factors: 2y plus 1, y minus 1 and y plus 1. So these were some of the polynomials in which it was possible to do the factorization by grouping method. But there are some polynomials in which this method is not applicable. For example, if we take this polynomial which is denoted by p of x, it is x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. So we can see that we cannot form groups here, and no common factors as such can be formed. So what is the method to find factors of this polynomial? It is, we have to find 1 0 of the polynomial here. So the method is, we have to look for the factors, all the factors of this constant term, that is minus 5. So minus 5 we have here, this is minus 5, and we have to look for the factors. So minus 5 can have the possible factors as plus minus 1 or plus minus 5. So we have to put these factors in the given polynomial in place of x. So by trial we try for plus 1, the answer does not come out to be 0, then we go for minus 1, and in place of x we are writing, you can see we are writing in place of x minus 1 whole cube minus 3 multiplied with minus 1 whole square minus 9 multiplied with minus 1, then minus 5, and the value that we get is 0. So yes, minus 1 is a 0 of the polynomial. It means that x plus 1 is a factor of px. Now because x plus 1 is a factor, it will divide the polynomial exactly. That means the other factor we will get will be the quotient factor. So let us divide the polynomial by this, that is x plus 1 x plus 1 divides this polynomial. And what is the method of division? We first divide the first term of the dividend with the first term of the divisor, that is x cubed by x. It gives us x square. Now we multiply x square with 1, and then x square is multiplied with x to get x cube, and then x square is multiplied with 1 to get x square, putting it below the like term, and then using subtraction we have minus 3x square minus 1x square gives us minus 4x square. Then the second term we can write below minus 9x. Now again following the same steps, that is minus 4x square divided by x, it is minus 4x. Minus 4x is multiplied with 1 to get minus 4x, putting it below the like term. Then again following the subtraction, we have minus 9x and plus 4x is minus 5x. Then the last term that is left over here, minus 5, we can write it like this. Now minus 5x divided by x is minus 5. So multiplying this term, we have minus 5 into x minus 5x minus 5 into 1 is minus 5. Now we can see the remainder is 0. So the other factor is the quotient factor, that is x square minus 4x minus 5. Can we further factorize it? Yes, it is possible by splitting of middle term. So we have to find out a number with factors of 5 are such factors of 5 which on subtracting or adding gives 4. So we can write factors are 5 and 1. 5 into 1 is 5 and 5 minus 1 is 4. So writing this term as 4 can be written as 5 minus 1 multiplied with x minus 1. We have splitted the middle term. Now multiplying x square minus 5x plus x minus 5, grouping them and then taking x common over here, x minus 5 plus 1 x minus 5. So the one factor is x minus 5 and the other factor is x plus 1. So finally we have three factors, x plus 1 2 times and x minus 5. So we have factorized this cubic polynomial by finding one of the zeros of this polynomial.